Hello and welcome to Davo the Dalek episode 19, the bass, part 2. In the previous episode I was working on the neck, but now I've gone back to bass. I'm going to finish that off and then I'll work my way up from there. Just to recap, part 1 of the bass was way back in episode 9, where I fit the scooter to the base with a cutout, and I cut out the perimeter, but I also discovered that the cheap packing crate ply that I bought was actually basically chipboard inside with a thin ply veneer, so I'm not very happy about that. Alright, so here I am marking out. I'm going to fit a perimeter around the base, which will be the fender, I guess, technically, and I'm lucky because I can fit my beveling tool underneath the gap to get the angles right here for cutting the wood to join them around. And I've marked this one out, and now I'm going to mark this is the left one. I'm going to mark right one down the other end of the wood. Alright, I've cut out all the perimeter pieces. You can see they're being fit to the outside of the base because that base is that nasty bit of plywood, so I want a good edge around it, which cannot be chipboard based like this plywood is in the center. It's all chipboard. So I've got a good hard edge around it. Next step is actually fit them now I've got them all cut out. I just want to quickly capture the angles that these pieces are cut out in case you're doing the similar sort of work. So this is my bevel tool. I'm not quite sure what it's called. I'll call it a bevel tool, and it's adjustable to the angles, right? So I've worked out the median angle here, and if you get it right, it equals this piece in the opposite angle. All right. So you have to cut once, and you've got two ends done, and that should fit together that way. And to check that, you've got this bevel tool here. Hang on, put that back that way. This bevel tool here. All right. Flip that around the other way. All right. So it's not always easy to get, but that's the theory anyway. You get that one cut and you do two ends. It's a whole lot easier than doing it piece by piece and measuring each angle and cutting it out. I fitted the border trim with glue and nails, and it's a bit uneven in places, and you might have heard me whinging about my choice of material for this. Thinking I bought cheap packing ply, thinking it's ply all the way through, but it's actually chipboard with a thin veneer of ply on it, so it's not ideal. But I'm trying to make it work. You can see here, I put nails into it. It's even split and stuff. So I'll get some plastic filler into that, give it some more strength. Try and make it work. Yeah. Have you heard of the term sunk cost fallacy? That's where you keep pursuing a particular plan or whatever when it's quite obvious that you'd be better off abandoning it, and maybe I should, but I'm going to try and make it work anyway. Okay, these are mounting holes for the skirt. I've laid the skirt on top of the base, marked the inside of the flange so I can align it, drill the holes from the bottom of the flange of the skirt, and these will be fittings going through here to fit the skirt to the base. Yeah, I'll work out, I've got some ideas, but I'll work out how to fit that. I have a cunning plan for attaching the base to the motor scooter frame. So I have bolted in, with U-bolts. I don't have a welder, so everything I'm doing has to get sort of bolted together or glued or something. Yeah, look, there's two skills in life I've not learned to master. One is stick welding, the other one is cling wrap. But can't be good at everything. All right, so this is held in place by U-bolt, one of these things, and it runs underneath this frame out to the other side where it's held in by another U-bolt. So obviously they're like wings that will support the frame around the base around the motor scooter. And front and rear, we need some more support. So I have here, this is actually trimmed off the body of the motor scooter. See here, there's a join. This bit was basically cut out of the middle to shorten the motor scooter, and that will get somehow mounted out the front. And there's a second one which came from the other side of the scooter, and that will get mounted on the back. So there'll be 4 points of mounting the base onto the motor scooter. Okay, here's the bottom of the base. I've glued in some reinforcing around the back of the border bits. I've reinforced the bottom of this chipboard base. Yeah, this is a sunk fallacy for sure. I should have just gone and gotten proper proper plywood, good thick plywood to rebuild this. But yeah, I've invested a lot into it, so I want to invest more. Yeah, sunken fallacy for sure. Anyway, so these are the fittings. These are the holes I pointed out on the other side. So they come through to here. This is a Rivnut. It's in a cut-off strip of mild steel and glued into place. And you can see here I've got gaps to take the mounts from the motor scooter. I'm about to add some packing here and here to level the front and rear. More packing. Right, I'm going to let you in on my plan for the fender on the base. In the Mark III, it's actually painted, and it's fairly basic, just a wooden straight edge around it, and painted black. This is EVA foam, I guess, and it's self-adhesive. It's meant for sealing gaps around houses, etc. And I'm going to stick this around. So instead of painting it, I'm going to wrap this around the front. There'll be an extension beneath the wood skirt, which will flap over bumps and rocks or whatever. So I still have good clearance, but this will hide the fact that it's standing up off the ground. This is only 3 meters. I've discovered it won't go round the Dalek, so I'm going to halve it. That will work, and yeah, I'll have to put some joins in there somewhere. But yeah, you're going to see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to wear a headset for this one. So I don't know whether I'm going to do a voiceover or whether this way is going to work. But all right, so this is the foam I was talking about. I've halved the height of it. It's going to go around here, so that's probably gives you a better idea of what I'm up to. So there'll be an overhang here, which will cover the height gap. But I've still got to keep it off the ground, and a good compromise. This offcut is 20 millimeters, so if I have it too low, it's just got to wear out, get constant abrasion on the bottom of the foam. So I've got to stand it 20mm off, and this will be my guide to tack it around. It's off adhesive, and then I'll wrap it over, and got to cut the joins here and fold it back. And when that's done, I'll put the skirt on and trim right on the edge of the skirt. We use the skirt edge to trim back the foam. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go there. Looks like it could get really messy. Or cumbersome messy. Stick that with a bit of so not too much stickiness exposed. Position. What's that one? Excuse me. So I can see the backing paper here, and I'll peel that back as I sort of lightly tack it in place. Stand 20mm off. Stop here, the next join, push them into place. A little bit of puckers are going to happen, can't help that. But that's looking alright. That's looking alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to be the easy bit. Alright, so that's the 3 metres. It just goes around. Doesn't quite come around right back here. That's alright, I haven't joined here. Alright. Well, so far so good. Right, next step is to cut out these corners. New blade. It's not worth skimping on this one. So come inside out because I can really see that. Fold one down. Alright, so that's the fold. Now I've got to get this cut nice and neat. Right. I'm going to take a guess where the right angle is going to be, but it's halfway between that right out here. I've got to cut through both layers at the same time, so they've got the same edge on them. So I've got to cut deep and careful at the end. This one should peel away. Take this back. God, that just comes away. Yes, it does. Yeah. Bit of manipulation to get this edge in. Oh, look at that. Yeah. 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 Happy, happy. Alright. So just a little bit of manipulation. This is self-adhesive and it will stick better over time. But you don't want to push it down hard before you cut the edges off, just tack it down, cut it off and push it down. I've turned it over because I need to mark through the mounting holes for the skirt, because I need this. Oh, you'll see anyway. You won't need to mark out these mounting holes. But I had to turn it over in the process. I've ruined the back bit here. I'll have to do that again. But I'm not going to do it yet because I've got to keep turning it over an unknown number of times yet. So I'll fix that afterwards. But I have to think about what I'm going to do about this sticky edge here. What I'm going to stick against it to neutralise it. Maybe just paper or something like that. I'm not sure. Something to think about. So mark through the mounting holes. I'm going to mount the skirt on top, and I'm going to trim around the edge of the skirt. Yeah, I've marked them, so I'm just going to trim them out. So my plan was to fit the skirt. And then trim around here. Okay, well here it is. It's the Dalek skirt. That's finished. I ended up backing up the overhanging adhesive with the backing paper, reversed it so that instead of the plastic side against the adhesive, it's the paper side, and that seems to work. It got a bit wrinkly in places, but yeah, look, I don't care. It's not that precious about it. I like to do a good job, but it's not needing to be perfect, and that's really the last thing people look at. So yeah, I'm happy with that. This is my journey to live the dream. Come along with me on my build journey down the wormhole.